Hello and good day. Welcome to our video channel, God's Promises. And today's video will be a fast, concise overview, Book of 2 Kings, chapter 8. Let's get started now. The Book of 2 Kings chapter 8 tells the story of two key events in the reign of King Jehoram of Judah, including his encounter with the prophet Elisha and his alliance with King Joram of Israel. The chapter also details the tragic fate of the house of Ahab. The chapter begins with the story of a Shunammite woman who had previously shown kindness to Elisha. The prophet had promised her a son, and her faith had been rewarded when she gave birth to a son as prophesied. However, tragedy struck when the boy suddenly became ill and died. The woman sought out Elisha, and the prophet was able to restore the child to life through prayer and God's power. Next, the story shifts to King Jehoram of Judah, who had traveled to visit King Joram of Israel. While there, Elisha sends one of his servants to anoint Jehu as the next king of Israel, and Jehu is instructed to carry out God's judgment against the house of Ahab. When Jehu returns to Jezreel, he kills both Joram and Ahaziah, the king of Judah who had accompanied him. Jehu then proceeds to execute Jezebel, the notorious queen and wife of Ahab, who had led Israel into idolatry. In the aftermath of these events, King Jehoram of Judah returns to Jerusalem, where he is afflicted with a fatal illness. He is succeeded by his son Ahaziah, who reigns in his place. However, Ahaziah proves to be just as wicked as his father, following in the footsteps of the house of Ahab. The story teaches several important lessons about the consequences of sin and disobedience. First, the Shunammite woman's faith is an example of the power of trusting in God's promises, even in the face of tragedy. Her story also shows that God is able to bring life out of death and to work miracles in the lives of his people. Second, the story of Jehu and the judgment against the house of Ahab highlights the consequences of disobedience and idolatry. Jezebel's fate serves as a warning against leading others astray and following false gods. The story shows that God will not tolerate sin and will ultimately judge those who reject his commands. Finally, the story of King Jehoram and his son Ahaziah illustrates the importance of leadership and the consequences of choosing to follow wicked leaders. The house of Ahab and its descendants suffered greatly as a result of their disobedience, and their fate serves as a warning to all leaders who would seek to lead their people astray. In summary, 2 Kings chapter 8 teaches us about the power of faith in God's promises, the consequences of disobedience and idolatry, and the importance of wise and righteous leadership. The story reminds us that God is faithful to his word and that he will ultimately judge those who reject his commands. Thank you for visiting us today. Please share with us your favorite Bible chapter below in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help our channel grow. Looking forward to see you back here for our next video. Always take good care.